It should be a mandatory thing for whatever movies come out. They should have posters at the movie theater because I'm getting sick of having these fucking posters.
No, but bro, I think we're just going too late, bro.
Yeah, we might be.
I think we're just going
How?
too late.
We go on Thursday.
That was one time.
We've gone Thursday twice now. The Monkey didn't have posters, and maybe we're just going to the wrong.
I think
theater.
the Monkey did have posters, but it looked like I could only get it on like the Regal app. But then when I try to look on the Regal app to see if I can secure the poster with
points,
yeah, it wasn't popping up.
Regal, fix your shit.
Facts, B.
Well, now we can recap February. This month has been
doo-doo. No,
no, actually, like honestly, like really bad.
It wasn't that bad.
It was pretty bad. This is probably so far in the 3 months that we've watched films outright. This is definitely the worst one.
You think so?
Nah, 100%. I know so. Even like our ratings show it. Like we don't have one film that's like, crazy good. I mean, unless you put like Last Breath at like 10, which I don't think so.
No, but it was pretty good though.
It was.
It was
still,
actually pretty good.
Regardless, there wasn't a lot of films this month, first of all. Second of all, they just weren't that good. So don't go to the movie theater this month. Yeah, seriously. Like that's the point.
That's your takeaway.
That's my take.
Don't go to the movie theater this month.
Hey, March looks great. May looks cool, I think.
Don't get yourself hyped up, buddy.
Yeah, no, you know what? I'm just gonna roll through with it. But so far on the Regal app, it looks like we're gonna have to watch a lot of films.
Oh my god, bro!
Yeah,
insane. Actually, lineup. There's so many. It's like back to back to back to back.
Yeah, we're gonna be sat on a website all night.
I'm gonna be. Never mind.
But we're gonna talk about the final stretch of films that we watched this month. The last episode we talked about Love Hurts, Hard Eyes, Captain America, and Paddington. And this week we're going to touch on the rest of the films for the month, which are going to include The Monkey, even though we already did our movie review. We will touch on some things we spoke about already. Bring Them Down, Last Breath, My Dead Friend Zoe, Cleaner, Riff, Raff, and The Unbreakable Boy. That's the last stretch of films.
I'm not going to lie. I feel like an idiot now.
Why?
Because we just watched My Dead Friend Zoe, and I didn't even take into consideration like the name or anything. So it was just like,
well, you just.
Oh, because it was obvious. I guess because it was obvious
that she's dead.
That she's dead from literally from when you walk into the theater. But I'm over here like, yo, I'm such a genius, bro. I put it together right away. Yeah, bro. That's the name of the movie.
It's the name of the film. That being said, we both came out of work. I went to the gym. That's why I'm in my gym clothes, and Jose's still in his work shit. So we're tired, but we just double featured the last two films that we had to watch, and I guess we'll see what we think about these. Let's revisit The Monkey while we're at it, though, just because we already did our movie review. You should go check that out if you haven't already. It deep dives everything. Spoilers, non-spoilers, our rating, everything. All our thoughts on the film. Mm-hmm. It's there. We watched it opening, actually, pre-screening of The Monkey.
Kind of.
It was a pre-screening. Thursdays.
I count that last week Wednesday would be the pre-screening.
I guess. Okay, true. Fair enough. We did miss a golden opportunity to watch it the week before because I was out of town and you didn't want to watch it alone.
I don't like watching movies alone.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, fair enough. So, whatever. Go check out the review, but we'll revisit The Monkey after like a week or two. Do you have any other thoughts on The Monkey? Do you have anything that like you're like they did that really well or anything change about the film to you?
Not really. No, I guess.
All right, next movie.
Yeah, no. I mean, listen, I don't know. It was just okay to me. Like it was whatever. I probably don't think I'd watch it again. I don't think.
No, I definitely would watch it again.
I will say though, it did second right behind Captain America.
Captain America, right. So now we know the numbers for real. So was it a flop? No. But did it kill it? No.
Yeah, nah.
So
it was a $10 million movie. It made $14 million opening weekend.
Yeah, so it's definitely not going to get any kind of sequel or nothing at all.
To me, I think that's a good gauge of like how you can about how the movie was because, like I said, at least from my perspective, like going off of I just feel like the trailers sold it more than like what they spent way more money on marketing.
Maybe marketing, yeah.
And like I guess it worked because like it got me in the theater.
Yeah,
But
hey, we were there pre-screening.
but nobody spoke about it in the sense of like it didn't spread, like it wasn't like this thing like I don't know, like
It definitely didn't get crazy on social media or anything.
That's what I mean.
Even I checked their Twitter account and they get like 10 likes, which is better than us. But hey, for a $1 million, like multi-million-dollar film, like your social media account, if it's not getting any traction, that kind of does tell. Because I don't know if you watch Invincible, the show.
I haven't seen the last two seasons.
Okay. Well, their Twitter account every week blows up because they say, they have a cool tweet or they say something funny. So they're always blowing up. But on top of that, it is a really good show too.
Yeah.
It keeps people talking. They're engaged. Their social media is always flourishing. So that is how you should do it in my eyes, or how it should be. But the monkey, no one really cared, and there wasn't really much traction after the fact. Before the fact, I felt like it had a pretty good.
Oh, of course, bro. The like I said, man, the trailer, like all the visuals I seen for the movie, like really sold it to me. I was like, oh, this is gonna be like it, bro. And then you go there and it's like, all right, this movie tried to be way more funny than it was scary.
Yeah, it was kind of obnoxious.
Yeah, like there was no like it factor for me where I was like, oh dude, like you should see this movie because of this. Where like it was like, oh, like for Terrifier, you know what I mean? Like, bro, you like gore, like you want something to be like genuinely funny, but like it's like one of those funnies where it's like it's not trying.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's just funny because that was like it for me for like Terrifier.
Yeah, Terrifier,
and just like Art the Clown in general. Like I just think he's like a really
he's
like
just
cool,
super cool,
like
creepy,
horror icon,
funny.
Yeah.
That being said, you know what really pissed me off though? At another movie theater, they had an actual monkey like doll like figure.
At which one?
At the South Beach one. I know I'm not going down there, but still, like they had basically like the Red Hulk, but the monkey. It looked really creepy.
But you think it's down there still?
It might be.
I might go over there just for that.
Just for dude, it looked sick. So honestly, that is my only like regret that we didn't get like a cool figure for it. Instead, we just have Goku chilling here.
Which probably, had I went to the Wednesday one, I might have got that.
Maybe
I might have got that.
That is true. We have to still check the other theater too. Oakwood.
Oh yeah, we haven't been to Oakwood since. Yeah, I feel like our last two movies we've been to Regal.
Yeah, so we got to check that out because that place Loki has some fire merch,
and it's always on discount.
It's always on discount. They don't care, So,
no, nobody goes over.
Yeah, but okay, well, nothing's really changed for the monkey, so I guess just go check out the review. Not much we can really speak on anymore about that film. It's a movie.
Yeah,
with the monkey,
a basic one,
and it's really trying to be funny, and it just most of the time doesn't hit the mark.
Yeah, there's like really not a real big theme to me in my opinion. Not one that like I feel like that doesn't fall flat on his face and then
doesn't do much well.
No, there's no like greater mystery. There's no like it's just like it's you take the movie face value. Yeah, it is what it is.
So honestly, yeah, that we gave the monkey a 5.5 out of 10. I was talking to Jose earlier and saying like we should update the score, but now that I remember it, I think you're right. Now that's a solid score, honestly. 5.5.
Yeah,
pretty good. So the monkey is a 5.5 out of 10. But, yo, at the end of this episode, I do want to like run through all of the when we're doing our outro, I want to list all the movies that we watched this month with all the ratings at the end.
Same thing.
I mean. Yeah, but just like we'll have that as like a brand new, I guess, segment after every month.
It's not gonna be part of the podcast, though, right? Is there gonna be like a thing you do?
I guess we could do that.
Yeah, I think that's better.
Yeah, that works too. Well, all right. Anyway, we're just figuring out content mid episode. Let's talk about. Well, we just got out of My Dead Friend Zoe. We might as well speak on that. All right.
I like Zoe.
So yeah. Well, did you? Okay, hold on. Let's do our non-spoiler spoilers.
Okay.
Because just in case anyone wants to watch this film, there was only 2 people in that theater, but
I mean, is it really like a spoiler thing?
I mean,
it's like if you read the title of.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that's a spoiler. I'm just saying like let's before we get in fully in depth to it.
All right, so like I guess so like for like an in general kind of
In
thing.
general statement, yeah.
All right, so like as a general statement, I like the movie. I like the way the movie was shot. I thought the acting was honestly like pretty good.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, I really like the dialogue. I think the only dialogue that I didn't enjoy in the movie was like there's like a love interest in there.
Yeah.
And like that whole thing is kind of
Sucked.
corny to me. But also like maybe I sound that corny when I'm talking to my girl and I just don't know.
Yeah.
You,
right.
you know what I mean? So like maybe watching it from an outside perspective just makes it corny.
Right.
But yeah, no, like other than that, like especially like the lead actress, bro.
Yeah, she's actually the lead actress as well in the show. You know, The Boys?
Yeah.
They have a subsidiary show called.
They do?
Yeah, it's like a college show. I forget what it's called.
And it takes place in
Gen
the same,
Z. Gen Z.
And it takes place in the same universe?
In the same universe, in the same timeline from everything. Gen Z, she's the main actress in that too. And she kills it in that as well.
Bro, she killed it in this one.
So she's a great actor and she was great. Yeah, no, seriously. So that was a more of a like a veteran film, you know. It speaks.
Yeah, it's to spread awareness.
Yeah, it's for the awareness. It was made by a gentleman. I want to say that that was a veteran, and
apparently it's based on 2 actual people.
Well, I don't know if it's based on. I think it was just he made it for these people. So,
I could have sworn that's what it said at the end of the what you call.
I feel like he said at the end of the movie, it does give a message saying like, "Oh, he made this film. I want to say for these people." I don't know if it's based on these people, or if it is based on these people, then that works too. But all around, it's a really cute movie. It touches on a lot of stuff: mental illness, you know, veterans, how they feel, people keeping emotions in, and traumatic experiences in, and also like. You know, it speaks on taking care of your loved ones when they're older and how difficult that can be or not. It speaks on a lot of like relationships and things. So good messages all around. This movie can be pretty sad, depending if this has like if it hits close to home to you.
Yeah,
this can definitely be a pretty sad film.
Yeah.
I know I did see a lot of tissues in the 2 people that were with us that watched this film.
Oh, really?
I did see a lot of tissues, yeah.
Did you? I didn't even pay attention to them.
Yeah, it was just 2 older guys and they were just crying.
Probably veterans.
They're
also.
probably veterans. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
this is definitely for like a specific niche.
Yeah. I feel like one of our coworkers would like that film.
Marisa, she would be in shambles.
Nah.
Oh, you talking about Gerard? Yeah. That guy would not care, bro. That guy would be like the old man, like her father.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I got no PTSD, man. But okay, that's for like non-spoilers, general statements, I guess. We can go into more spoiler talk on this film. I imagine most people won't see this film, so we don't have to hide too much, honestly. But you said you liked Zoe.
I did enjoy Zoe as like hold on, because I want to get the names right here before I freaking start butchering stuff.
So good. Okay, just starts cooking through names.
Oh, Merritt. There we go.
Merritt. That's the lead role.
I did enjoy Zoe as like Merritt's portrayal of like her PTSD/anxiety and like her basically innermost thoughts. So it's like, you know, like for like everything. So like even when like she was like in the very beginning of the movie when she's trying to talk to people and things like that, and Zoe just be like her ad lib essentially.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Just like things like that I thought were like really cool. And I also liked how like as the movie progressed and like you kind of saw how like she kind of wanted to better herself. It was like Zoe went from like this like sort of supportive character, because I'm assuming she wasn't gonna go away, or like she was like sure in the fact that she wasn't gonna go away, to like, all right, I'm gonna do everything I can in my power to like be a detriment to myself, essentially,
right?
And sort of self-sabotaged, and like you kind of get to see why
Zoe needs to keep the trauma there so she can like have her there by her side always.
Exactly.
And so yeah, the film really did not mislead me, but I liked the fact that I thought Zoe died in war.
That's exactly what I thought too.
Yeah, and it even showed like a little jump scare. It was actually it was a jump scare. It was, and it showed like Zoe in her uniform with like blood in her mouth and stuff. And I was like, okay, she got shot and died. They kept showing this one scene over and over and over again. I was like, all right, she got shot in a war, or when she was watching a post when she was like messing with Zoe. And no, it pivots into like a suicide talk.
Yeah.
At the end of the film where it was like, yo, nah, Zoe convinced her, Merritt convinced Zoe to like not re-enlist into the army and go live a full life, that she had her full life ahead of her. When in fact, she did not. And she had literally nothing, not even Merritt herself, when Merritt was in college and completely ignored her.
Yeah.
Like exactly as Zoe said she would do. And then she killed herself. So really like, crazy pivot. And
I'm honestly glad for it only because, and this is like one of my small gripes with the movie, they tease that so
much.
often
Yeah, way
in the
too
movie.
much.
It's actually insane. And I get it in the sense that, okay, during times of high stress, or when she just kind of recall like that, like what other thing is she gonna think about? But like there are so many other things she could have thought about in that time. And like I just feel like the point of those flashbacks was just to throw you off.
Seriously.
Because like when it really got down to it, and she was finally trying to like accept like what she was,
happened,
or whatever the case was, like that is what she thought about.
Yeah.
Which was like, I guess that, I mean, you know, because I get whatever, it's not really her fault, you know, but like that's what the
Her
problem
brain was scrambling, and she was kind of just given like a horror aspect of like Zoe maybe dying.
Yeah.
When in reality, she knew exactly what happened. She just maybe didn't want to accept it. So I guess it went through everything. But I will say, yeah, the flashbacks really annoyed me. The love interest, whatever his name was, I forget.
The love interest, his name was Alex.
Alex, cool. Alex, really nice, but very bad character. I don't know about bad character.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I don't know,
but I did not like the love interest part of the film. That was really bad.
Yeah, only because like I get it. I like the love interest for her in the sense that, okay, cool, like she's trying to start a new life.
Yeah, great.
But he doesn't really play any sort of meaningful role in the story.
Yeah, she does like a detriment at some point in the story.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. I mean, whatever the case was, grandfather was gonna find out anyway.
Right.
To me, like not a bad character, but a character I genuinely did not like was like her mom. Terrible person.
Yeah, really, really bad.
I don't care. Her mom was an awful person.
Yeah, seriously.
Like
especially with the fact that like it's her dad that we're talking about.
Yeah,
like that we're trying to take care of here.
It's like her like her daughter literally has PTSD. Her dad is, you know, spoilers, diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and she's halfway around the world. And all of these little problems, she's just blaming on her, like essentially, like mentally sick daughter. Like you're not coming through for me, and like you suck. Yeah, and it's like what do you expect her to do?
And not only that, she's also like asking her to do like really like irrational things. She's like, hey, don't let dad find out anything.
Yeah, yeah.
And then make sure you get him out of the house. We're gonna do the house inspection. Make sure you do this because we're gonna do this. And then like she slips up one time, and she literally went and told her daughter, she's like, I love you, but this is all your fault.
Yeah, she literally said you're a mess. Yeah, or something like that.
Said,
I was like,
she said you created this entire mess or some shit like that. What the fuck? Who says that?
Insult to injury is crazy, bro.
So the mother was a really annoying
and terrible person.
Terrible person. Merritt was cool. And Morgan Freeman, loved his character, even though honestly he might have had too much screen time.
You think so? I
think so. Because honestly, like the whole movie could have gone without the fact of him being like, "Hey, like, come to our meetings."
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but the meetings were important. I mean, like
they did, you know, yeah.
Like that was like a whole full circle thing for me, where it was like, okay,
that's true.
Like, so like in the movie, that like Morgan Freeman talks about like how it is good to talk about your trauma. It's like healthy is healing, and throughout the movie, she talks to people like, i.e., her dad, her grandfather, and her
love interest.
Exactly, and they both talk about how they got through it talking about it, and like she basically essentially works up the courage to finally go in and do the session and talk about it. And it's important because in the movie she has to go to therapy because she almost killed somebody because of her PTSD. I think it was like with a forklift or something like that. She almost killed somebody. I guess she was having an episode and almost cost somebody's life. So she was threatened with like suspension or jail time. Yeah,
right. It was really, really bad, and she had to do these meetings or else she was gonna be immediately like tried or something around those lines.
Yeah, and Morgan Freeman is like I like this character.
He's a doctor or some shit.
Yeah, and he really pushed He really pushed her. Like he didn't cut her. He cut her like zero slack in the movie.
Yeah, he really did. He even told her himself. He was like, I thought you were gonna be different. I guess I was wrong.
Yeah,
and that was kind of
on some like dad type.
Yeah, on some dad shit. So love seeing Morgan Freeman again, and he's always a great actor and a great person to see in a movie. So super nice. My Dead Friend Zoe. What would we rate that film? I know what I would rate it, and the reason I'm giving it this score is because we watched a similar film last month, like The Room Next Door, and we gave The Room Next Door a 6.5 out of 10.
Really, I was gonna give it like a 7.
I gave this one a 6.5, only because honestly, the first half of the film, I wanted to like just doze off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I really did. I honestly did not.
I mean, that's fair.
At all.
That's
then as soon as I got more in depth in the story, I was wide awake and really.
Yeah, like once you actually like.
Once I got it all, yeah, it was cool.
Once you start sympathizing for the characters.
Yeah, and realizing like, oh shit, we're talking about like deep, really meaningful things that happens all the time. Some things that made me like laugh or smile too were like. When the actor, she does a great job at this. She really does. Whenever she looks up at her grandfather, or whenever she talks about her grandfather when she was like a kid, she's like, "Oh, he used to do this. When he went to the parade, he would tip his hat to everyone. He would do that. Shit was cute as fuck. Like, honestly, that was so sick. Like, just the way she portrayed her feeling so happy and having these memories about her grandfather or just these times, and I'm like, that was so nice. So once I got more in depth and really connected with these people, I did love this story. But in the first half, I couldn't. So
Yeah. I mean,
so I gave it a 6.5. You said 7 though.
Yeah, I gave it a 7. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. To me, there's really nothing wrong with it. I just think that like, it's just. I don't want to sound mean, but it's just a boring movie.
Yeah.
Although, like, until like, even at the end, I don't want to say like that I can't that I can't understand, because like obviously you're watching a movie and like you see what the characters are going through, and you kind of start to feel anxious, like especially when you get to the climax, with Zoe and all the flashbacks and all that stuff. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just like I just like action too much.
Yeah, well, again, this definitely isn't the kind of film for us.
Yeah, I like it. Like, it's a good film. It's just not a film that I would see again.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
100%.
that's
Absolutely. That's why I think 6.5. Just because, like, what we gave 7, we gave Hard Eyes a 7.
We gave Hard Eyes a 7.
So.
Hard Eyes was a much more fun watch.
Yeah, and I know you always say like, oh, rewatch value doesn't factor a score, but I could rewatch Hard Eyes, bro.
I mean, I could rewatch it with someone. Maybe not by myself.
No, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna watch any of these films again. To be quite honest with you, I don't see myself in 20 years watching any of these films ever again. Like I watched some classics, but
so you tell me. Gerard at your house, you're not gonna throw on. No, but all right, I can stick with a 6.5.
All right.
I will say though, the movie we saw right before this, Riff Raff was solid.
Riff Raff was solid.
Riff Raff was a solid film.
I want to see what you rate this one though, because this one reminds me a lot of like One of Them Days. Where One of Them Days was hilarious, but it had nothing else. This film, to me, Riff Raff, hilarious, had nothing else. But I did come in late, so.
Yeah, I don't feel that way, but also like, it's not like some sort of like amazing movie to me either.
No, 100%. So okay, we'll go general statements on Riff Raff.
Okay.
You can talk more than I can. Again, I missed a little bit of that film. I was at the gym still.
Okay.
So
I want to start off saying, for non-spoiler, favorite character in that movie is Ruth. Hilarious person. Her dialogue is literally funny every time she opened her mouth, bro. I just thought it was hilarious to me. Like and all the characters.
They have a great cast.
Yeah.
One of the best casts I've seen.
Really?
Yeah, with Pete Davidson. I forget all their names, actually. 'Cause you have to pull this up.
Yeah,
They have a star-studded cast. I mean, it is crazy.
All right, so they have Jennifer Coolidge.
Yep.
Ed Harris, which was who played the grandfather in
Dead Friend Zoe.
My Dead Friend Zoe. Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, or see, like,
Pete Davidson. Gabrielle Union.
Yeah, Gabrielle Union was just crazy. That's Dwayne Wade's wife, I think.
I don't watch.
I think so. Whatever, we're gonna go with it.
But yeah,
star-studded cast, and they all do a great job. I think the acting in the film is great.
Yeah, that's the acting, and even more so the writing.
The writing is wow.
At least from a comedy's perspective or from a comedic perspective. It was so natural.
It wasn't forced.
No, because there was no punchlines.
No,
there were the comedy wasn't like a punchline sort of thing where it's like was like one of those things like they say a joke and it's like
yeah,
the camera,
no. They're just
dumb.
Yeah,
they're just the dumbest people ever. The things that they say, like, you just can't help but laugh at because like it's a conversation that I would have with my family, or like a conversation that I would hear, like, that my family was having, and I was just like I wasn't in it, but I was just listening to it. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, these guys are dumb. Like these guys are idiots. Who speaks like this? To me, that was really good. Like non-spoilery.
Well, okay, and it has to do with what? It has to do with.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Don't say too much. If I had to like.
But no, the synopsis of the film does give a pretty good breakdown of it. Honestly, it is just like this guy used to be a criminal, and then he changes lives, and then his old family comes back into his life, and then the whole thing starts. That's a pretty good synopsis. That's what I read.
That's what you read?
Well, you can check if you want. It's on Regal.
My synopsis would be like, it would be more of like, this guy gets in trouble, right?
Okay.
And to protect his new family, he essentially has to seek help from his sort of deadbeat dad.
Okay.
And that's kind of what it is.
I feel like the main character of the story, though, is that deadbeat dad with his new family.
I'm not gonna say you're wrong, but I just think like, I feel like he's the center of everybody's problems.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's the main character.
Okay. Well,
I still think the son is the main character.
It's his son. Okay. Well, then we'll go into spoilers. So Rocco is the son's name.
Well, yeah.
That's his name.
Yeah, I mean, that is his
name. Yeah, Rocco. Rocco.
Played by Louis Pullman.
He was pretty good.
I enjoyed his character,
yeah.
I enjoyed his character.
He was probably the least funny character, though. Which I think was great. I think it was a good mix-up.
Yeah, for 100%,
sure. Because everyone else had like funny lines. Actually, that's not true.
He was stressed the whole time. That's why.
Yeah, he was always.
He was literally just stressed the whole time.
That's true. But even like stressed, Ruth, even when she was stressed, she was still.
I don't even think to me she was never stressed.
No, what, dude?
She was just goofy, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know, like it was like fake stress. I don't know, like she's like that kind of person. She's like Marisa.
Yeah,
I could never take like that sort of stress seriously because like it's like always on.
Yeah, it's always on.
It's always on, bro.
Always stressed, always anxious.
And like, it's not that she's always stressed. It's the way that she like chooses to like speak on it and deal with it.
Yeah.
That's even funnier, bro. Because like there's really a scene where so Ruth is Rocco's mom, right?
Yes.
But Vincent, which is Ruth's ex-husband, Rocco's dad, obviously they're divorced, and they're talking in the forest about like, you know, essentially like their son's impending doom. And it's just so funny to me. Like, she's talking to him, they're having this dialogue, and out of nowhere, she's like, I'm just so scared. And then she just grabs his crotch. And then he's like, what are you doing? I'm married. And she's like, I get horny when I'm stressed.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
And then, and then he keeps telling her, like, yo, like, this is not going to happen. She really reaches, like, not just reaches, she actually grabs his crotch, like, 2 or 3 times, and he just walks away, like, I know, I'm not doing this, right? And then it's just like, she's like, it's so hard. What a waste.
Oh, my God, dude. Yeah, no, she is unhinged.
Yo, she was just so funny to me, bro. I was literally, like, I couldn't. There's even a part where she's about to die.
Yeah, no, when she was gonna die, that whole scene was just comedy.
Bro, like you ever seen that TikTok of the guy who's doing like the bungee jumping? Just like, let me tell you something. Just like imagine an older, more like roundabout version. Like she
just starts spewing shit.
Bro, like they're like, all right, it's your turn. It's like you're the first to go.
Yeah.
So you gotta die. She's like, well, if it's all the same to you guys, like, can I just say something?
Yeah.
Funny, bro.
Yo, she was great.
I
She was
love
great.
that character.
Yeah.
I sat down for 10 minutes, bro. I sat down for 10 minutes and like that first like her like just her like as soon as her character was actually introduced, because like when I walked into the theater, she was essentially sleeping.
Okay.
So like 10 minutes after she woke up, I looked. That's let me see, bro. It's only the first thing I wrote down. First thing I wrote down, bro, because she's just so dumb. There's a part where she goes outside to smoke a cigarette, bro,
Yeah.
right? And the birds are chirping, and she throws a rock at the bird.
Yo.
And then, and you don't see her throw a rock at the bird. You don't even know she's throwing a rock at. You just hear the bird chirping, and it's like she nailed it, bro. She's like, I don't want to hear that right now.
Jesus Christ. No, she was incredible. Okay, so yeah, Rocco does some bad shit against one of a mob boss or some bullshit.
Not a mob boss. So
Okay, so Lefty is the what?
So okay, so this is how it goes. The story goes, Rocco meets a girl, falls in love.
Yes.
This girl that Rocco meets and falls in love with is Lefty's son. Lefty.
No. The girl isn't Lefty's son.
Huh?
You said
Oh,
Rocco,
what did I say?
You said Rocco met a girl.
Yes,
and that's
yeah.
Lefty's son. No.
Rocco met a girl who was Lefty's son's ex.
Yeah.
All right. So apparently, Lefty's son, which his name was Johnny. Yeah. So
Bring
Johnny.
out the family tree real quick. This is gonna be.
So Johnny really loved Marina, but he couldn't have kids, and I guess he was coping by sleeping with a bunch of women.
Yeah.
So he let her go. And so Rocco came to Johnny and was like, "Hey, listen, I really like this girl. I want your blessing. I want to be able to date. Like, I want to date her. I think I can have like a future
Rocco
with her."
respects Johnny.
Yeah, more like it's scared of him.
Yeah.
It's more like scared because Rocco knows what Johnny and more so his father used to do.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, used to do. So he went to him for his blessing. Now, fast forward a year later. Johnny sees Rocco and Marina, and they have this beautiful baby on the way, and he's essentially just jealous.
He's tight.
Yeah, he's super tight about it. He crashes like a dinner that they were having. One thing leads to another. He has them at gunpoint, and Rocco just obliterates this guy.
He snaps, and that was a good.
He essentially beat this guy with a stanchion.
Yeah, crazy.
Now, Lefty goes on this whole essentially mission to kill Rocco because Johnny was Lefty's only son.
Yes.
And come to find out that Lefty is not only this really terrible guy, but Lefty's right-hand man used to be Rocco's dad, a.k.a. Vincent.
Vincent.
And yeah, so Rocco... So you obviously, when you start the movie, you don't know all of this. Rocco just finds refuge at his dad's house. Now, mind you, his dad was a deadbeat. He left him and his mom. He got a whole new family, et cetera, et cetera. There's some other twists and turns in it that I think were really good too.
No, 100%. So yeah, Vincent has his brand new family, which is DJ, his new son, and his wife. Sandy,
like the hurricane.
And so yeah, he's with them, and then Rocco comes to his dad like, "Hey, I need help," and then Vincent's like, "Oh shit," He doesn't really react that much to it, but I guess it comes around to everything where Lefty does eventually find them.
Yeah.
And it kind of gets to that climax to where people got to die in Lefty's eyes. And so see what happens. And yeah, it was really...
To me, I liked the movie. There was like a few callbacks and like good writing, like stuff that like you kind of missed. Like there's a scene where I first get introduced to Lefty and what was it? Lefty and Lonnie? Was that Pete Davidson's character?
Pete Davidson's character?
Yeah, Lonnie. Yeah, Lefty and Lonnie. So Lefty and Lonnie walk into this gas station, right? And that whole scene was hilarious and like kind of set the stage for me anyway, because when I walked into the movie theater and I'm watching it, it's so boring.
Okay.
Like I'm just seeing like it's funny and I'm seeing this family dynamic, but the way the poster's set up, I was thinking more action.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It literally looks like the other guy's poster or something like that. But anyway, that's where the first bit of action happens. Regardless, they get in there and Lefty's telling Lonnie that he has to watch his diet. Like he's like, you've been eating Slim Jims this whole time. You've been farting bad, and like you have to watch. Like it's just good for your health, et cetera, et cetera. Like you need it in the long run, right? He's like, because you're still young. And then also the clerk mistakes Lonnie for Lefty's son, and he ends up blowing his brains out. because he got emotional for
Right.
it. And to me, that was like a good call because then you realize that like when the real reason Lefty, not the real reason, but like one of the main reasons Lefty's so mad is because he left with his son on a bad note. Like they just had a terrible conversation because Lefty was upset
Mind you, Lefty was really like shitty dad in that moment too.
Yeah, he was, and he realizes that. He realized that because he said that was the lowest point in his relationship, and like like I guess he enjoyed being a dad up until the point where he found out.
Johnny literally told him, he's like, hey man, like I can't have children.
Yeah.
And he was like, what are you, gay?
That was so funny to me. But in that moment, he was talking about that as well.
Yeah.
Like watching your diet.
Oh, okay.
Et cetera, et cetera. And I was like, oh, that's why he was saying that.
Right. He's trying to take
this
care.
guy. Yeah.
Exactly. He's trying to keep an eye out and check everything out. No, yeah, the story is all right. I mean, I understand the story. Obviously, it was pretty good. And the comedy, the writing was just so seamless and just well written. Really, it really was well written. From the side characters to, the main ones, the main storyline to the side storyline, it was just all good. I liked what I've seen from the movie. So the only gripe is, again, I mean, that was just the straight comedy.
I mean, that's not my gripe. Isn't that it's a comedy?
To me, it was just straight comedy, and
that's not a bad thing though.
I'm not saying
because it does it well. Like right, like
it does it fantastically well.
It's not like The Monkey.
But to me, that only goes so far. And again, like only having comedy, not having much else. I don't know.
So I don't think it had much else. I think it sort of fell flat at the end. Is my only issue.
It did end abruptly.
Yeah, that
ending was
like it ending abruptly wasn't even bad to me. Like, or that's not a bad thing to me. It's just like
I just think it ended with loose strings.
What was the point?
Yeah.
What was the point there? Because like nobody really suffered any consequences, right? The whole notion of family being there, sort of, I don't even enjoy that because
it wasn't.
Because that all falls apart also.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That where like the loose ends, where his new family with DJ and Sandy, they hate him at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Vincent was. They hate him.
I'm not sure because DJ seemed pretty cool, but
Sandy was not. The way her storyline ended.
Yeah.
She was not well.
Yeah.
She had a gun to his head.
Yeah.
So not doing the best there. Ruth also, she doesn't really like her ex-husband. She never did, even with her little funny monologue talking about why she even got with Vincent. It was terrible. She said he was abusive and just like
but that's why he liked. That's why she liked him.
But still, so she didn't really mess with him. Rocco, he just needed his dad, but he was a deadbeat. He was not there. That being said, Rocco was probably the only one because he introduced a new family member to the family.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what they're trying to do. But regardless, I just think that all that stuff ended so loosely that I'm like, man, that was a pretty bad ending.
They couldn't like it didn't come full circle.
No.
You know what I mean? It didn't come like if you could learn anything from this movie or if there's something that I guess the movie wanted to convince to you or whatever the case is that I guess for better or worse, like you got your family. But
it does have messages, like a lot of messages about family, but I don't think it falls flat. Yeah, it does. I think it falls flat. It
falls super flat.
The landing isn't stuck very well.
Yeah,
so.
and then it literally just ends.
And it just straight up black screen credits roll.
Yeah.
Like really badly, abruptly.
Yeah, so. like so abruptly that from the last 5 minutes, like basically a month happens, and then that's it. So it's just like, a couple people get shot. Vincent's in a coma for like 4 weeks, apparently in his own house. The baby gets born. He holds the baby, and then the movie ends. And then that's it.
Yeah, no. So it cuts to Vincent, like he got shot by Ruth, which is hilarious too. He got shot, and then next thing you know, black screen fades into him waking up, and him being like, "What happened?" You're like, oh yeah, life just went on. Yeah, you've been gone for a couple weeks, and then here's the baby. They all sit down at this big dinner table.
Yeah, yeah.
And boom. I don't know. So okay, what would you rate this film?
What would I rate it?
Yeah,
I enjoyed it too. I would genuinely watch that again.
I would too.
Damn, is it crazy? Like a 7.5 crazy, bro?
I gave it 7.5.
Oh, okay, yeah. So. It's because it wasn't like literally if the ending was there. I give it like an 8.5.
No, 100%. If they stuck the landing, I think that would probably been one of, if not the best film of the month. But that ending really killed it. And then to me, some of the other like loose endings and everything. So
well, actually, so what's our highest rating right now?
Our highest rating is 7.5.
It might still be the best film of the month.
I don't know. I rated one film above it.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking
Yeah.
about.
So all right.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, 7.5. That's cool with me. I'm happy with 7.5 on that Riff Raff. Riff Raff surprised me.
All right.
Pretty damn good.
No, yeah.
So,
pretty good. Honestly,
pretty damn good.
definitely watch it. It's a bit of a slow burn, just a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's got good action, great comedy, great dialogue, great character dynamics. I like the way all the characters interact with each other. It just feels so natural.
It was great. It really
yeah.
was. It really
Yeah.
was. It's fantastic. And whoever wrote that script, bravo.
Literally,
Bravo,
literally.
buddy.
So what's the next one we're gonna talk about?
I'm gonna touch on Cleaner.
Oh, okay.
I want to talk to you about Cleaner because
Yeah.
Cleaner fucking it didn't suck. I'm not gonna say it sucked.
It blew.
So Cleaner, here's the non-spoiler talk to the film called Cleaner in theaters right now, and it has to do with a window cleaner of a giant building for a massive corporation.
You know what's so funny, bro, is that when you mentioned like, oh, like we should watch The Cleaner,
Yeah.
It just sounded like a Jason Statham movie.
And you know what?
It just sounded like a Jason
pretty
Statham
damn
movie.
close to it.
Because it's so funny that he has a movie out like coming out now.
Yeah.
That what is it called, bro?
It's called like handiwork or some shit.
What is
He's
it
like
called?
what is he? I'm telling you right now, it's
Bro, because he has movies like The Mechanic.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Or like
no, but this one's just called a Cleaner. All right, so no the part in this, because this has a lead female actress. So
And how did she do?
she did great. She's a good actor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's a good actor.
Okay.
It's I forget her name, but she's a good actor. She is, seriously.
Okay.
I will say though, this is a low budget film, and
Gotcha.
that you can tell in some parts. Let me get back to the non-spoilers. So yeah, a window cleaner for a giant building for a massive corporation. She's an ex-military agent, and
of
this
course.
whole building gets raided, and they're on like a standoff with the cops. They have hostages, like 300 hostages, either 300 or 3,000 hostages. There's a lot of people stuck in this building that they're trying to get, and it's all because this corporation's like evil, I guess. It's done bad things, and they're this evil group that's holding them all hostage is trying to release to the public all the information that this corporation has done wrong, and is trying to frame all these people, but with the truth, I guess. I don't know. And so whatever. So she's on the side of the building cleaning a window, and she gets stuck there. And she is the only hope for these people to go free and for everything to go okay.
Gotcha.
So that's like the synopsis of the film. Decent action. Not the best acting all around. The lead role she did, but the rest of the cast not really good. Let's see. A low budget film, and ending sucked. All around, pretty average film. I wouldn't go see it if I were anyone that hasn't seen it. It is, from what I've seen on all accounts, review-wise, what people have said, this is a low budget female version of Die Hard. So, anyway, I'll go into some spoilers now. So, yes, this window cleaner lady, she gets stuck on the side of the building. And first of all, the whole reason why the police can't just raid the building, and like help is because like the main villain guy, he's on a standoff, and he's like, if you guys come in this building, I will blow up the entire thing.
Just so you know, it had a budget of $25 million.
Holy shit!
It did not even $600,000 at box office.
Jesus Christ! Okay, that's great. 25 mil. Wow.
25 million.
Anyway,
I mean, I guess that's pretty low.
that is pretty low, but that is still way too much for this film. I was thinking like 15.
You're thinking 15? Okay.
Yeah, seriously. Okay. The cops couldn't get into this building. All right, whatever. Now it's up to one person. And this is going to sound really stupid, but it's actually like pretty important in the story. She has an autistic brother.
Okay.
And he's in the building because this is like one of their first thing. He hacked the company, and he got kicked out of school, or like kicked out of his job, or whatever the fuck. He hacked the major company, and they're like, oh, they're evil though, and I want to release all this information. And she's like, no, bad. And then she's like, I have to clean this building, so you have to come with me. I have nowhere else to take you. And so the autistic brother's just stuck in the building with everyone else. And then while she's cleaning, she has one friend that we meet. And guess what? That one friend is the main villain. It's pretty stupid.
Okay.
She's cleaning the window and some random guy just jumps down and he's like, "Hey, are you and they start talking and everything. And he goes, "Oh, how's your brother? Blah, blah, blah." They're friends. And then, of course, as soon as you see they have masks on, he takes his mask off. You're like, "Oh, yeah, it's a friend." And he wasn't the main leader. He just shoots the main leader, and then he becomes the main guy.
Oh, all right.
The main leader wanted no violence. He wanted, like, no killing. He just wanted the corporation to go down because it did do evil shit. Like, it killed a lady for, like, leaking some information that they stole money or whatever. They were, what big corporations do.
Yeah.
So this guy was trying to get like just straight up evidence and just show people in the world basically like, yeah, this place is not it. Like this company, not it. These people are evil. But he didn't want to kill anyone. Unfortunately, though, the main character, her friend, he doesn't care about that pacifist shit. He was ready to kill people, and so he literally killed the leader of his like little evil group going on, and he also just started blasting people.
Okay.
And then he put bombs on the entire building, and he strapped a watch to his wrist and said, "If my pulse stops, this entire building will blow up, so no one can kill him." Right? Pretty sick. Pretty cool. All right, sick. Anyway, this ex-military window cleaner now, she's managed to get into the building. They had some dumb storylines. I'm just not gonna. I could talk about the dumb shit for a while, but I'm not gonna. Anyway, she gets into the building. She starts like trying to kick ass and shit, whatever. The autistic brother helps. Also, her friend, now he's just all evil. He's like, "Oh, you shouldn't have worked overtime. I kid you not." That was his line. "I kid you not." He said, "You shouldn't stay late to work. This is why you're here. This is why your brother's here too, and we're gonna kill everyone."
Because I'm assuming he wanted to do that without her being there.
Yeah, basically.
Gotcha.
He's like, everyone's dying, right? And so whatever. His whole plan, by the way, his whole evil plan was to like leak all this information, like everyone, and then actually just blow up the building anyways. He didn't want anyone to live anyways. He wanted all 3,000, whatever the fuck it was, them to die regardless. So shitty plan, whatever. And again, the cops, the SWAT team, they're all useless.
Yeah, of course.
So whatever. One lady has to defeat like, I don't know, a whole team of
whole
bad
building's
people.
worth of
of bad people. And she's not that great, but whatever. She does her thing, and the action's not terrible. I will skip to the ending though, where she gets into like the main climax. She's fighting the main the bad guy, and he pulls the power move. He goes to shoot himself. He's like, "You know what? Everyone's dying." He goes to shoot himself, and she stops him, and then they start, fighting it out and shit. And then I forget what happened, but like he manages to be on the edge of the building, so he's like, "You know what? I'm just gonna fall off, and that's it. Everyone dies still.
Yeah.
Who cares, right?" And somehow, bro, she does one of these. She's like, "Nah," and she pulls up the watch. She's wearing the watch now, and she just kicks him off.
He falls to his death.
He just falls to his death. And then whatever, they rescue the whole building. They delete like her brother.
I know they were in the writer's room like the reveal of the watch is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
People are gonna be throwing popcorn. Nah, bro. She hit him with and then just throw him off the building. Like, really shitty.
Oh my God.
And so, okay, whatever. The brother, I completely forgot the brother was smart, mind you, because he was just retarded the entire film. That's such a bad way. Such a bad way to put it. Sorry. The brother was doing dumb shit the entire film. Mind you, he's supposed to be like some uber genius. Okay.
Oh my God.
At the end of towards the end of the film, they go into like the tech room, and he just sits down in the chair and he just starts hacking.
Yeah.
Like in every teen spy film.
Yeah.
He doing absolutely fuck all, just clicking buttons. And then he deletes all of the basically information that they've gathered about the company, like the evil shit that they've done, everything, wipes it all. Why? Because they were like, "Oh, hey, buddy, your plan failed. We deleted everything." And then that's when he was like, "All right, I'm just gonna kill myself." And then the whole building. And then that's when she
still be getting exposed.
They didn't get exposed though, no, because nothing was posted. Nothing was managed to end up. No one knows what happened.
So the company's just gonna stay evil?
The company just stays doing their shit. Yeah. So okay. Anyway, this is how the movie ends, right? This is how the movie ends. Whatever, the guy dies. They save the whole building. Blah blah blah. Right? And it just shows the brother and the main character. They're just skipping rocks at an ocean. End film. We have no idea what happened to the building. We have no idea what happened to the corporation. We have no idea what happened to her. We have no idea what happened to the brother. Mind you, they're like broke. They have like a little shitty apartment. You know, they're not doing well. This corporation's still doing evil shit. You like,
Bro, don't worry. The brother hacked the Federal Reserve.
Exactly.
They're good.
Actually, a really bad side note was that the main villain, he tried to make it seem like the window cleaner was the one holding the building hostage, and that she was like in on it.
Yeah.
So he wired her $33 million.
They're good.
And then at the end of the film, like the cop was like, "Good job," and she's like, "So I can keep the 33 million?" And she's like, "No." And that's it. That was supposed to be funny. This shit was kind of ass. Not just kind of ass, it was ass. I would give it an average score though, because it had some decent shit. But
less than a 5, I assume.
I give it a 5.
You give it a 5?
Yeah, I give it a 5.
You'd watch it again?
No, but I gave it a 5. I think it's average. It wasn't that bad. It was pretty bad, but not that bad.
All right.
Cleaner, 5 out of 10. Holy shit, is that everything? No. Sorry. We have one more film.
Come on, bro.
My bad.
Come on, bro.
The Last Breath.
Yeah.
The Last Breath. Yeah, that film was great. That film to me is the best film of the month, which is unfortunate because I couldn't finish it. But Last Breath, man, that was great.
I like that movie a lot.
We'll do non-spoilers and spoilers.
I guess so. Okay. So a non-spoiler sort of synopsis is essentially it's a group of 3 friends who are deep sea divers. I'm assuming they're like some sort of like mechanic or engineers.
Yeah. This is based on true events, by the way.
Yes, which is like the big selling point. They even have actual footage.
Yes, of everything.
Yeah.
There's actually a documentary on this already. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they essentially go to make a routine stop or like a routine repair.
Like a fix, yeah, repair.
Yeah. And with like some other things going on, but essentially they're just going to do their own routine repair, and some things go wrong.
Yeah, a huge storm happens, the boat goes off, and then one of the divers' cord snaps, and he's left into the ocean, and they're like, "We gotta go get him."
And it's essentially like a rescue mission.
It's a rescue mission film, and that's what happens, but in the ocean, which is
What was it? Was it 300 feet
300 feet
deep? Insane.
Pretty good. The acting, I think, was great. Especially with like the actor crew, they have Simu Liu, Woody Harrelson, that other guy. Yeah, they had really good actors in this, and
And for a movie,
good acting.
for a movie that takes that essentially takes place in like basically 3 different places. It just switches between 3 different locations.
That's true. It's just all underwater, basically.
It's still really intense.
Yeah.
Like the entire time.
The entire time.
Stakes are so high.
Yeah, you feel like you're in it with them.
Yeah, you're just anxious the whole
100%.
time. Especially after you realize how much of it was true and how insane it was that like everything that went down.
All that, and also like the ocean's just terrifying. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
It's just really scary. The ocean.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're going straight into spoilers then, just because there's not much we can say without spoiling some things. My favorite part of the film is the wide shots of just the black abyss of the ocean, and there's a couple of them, bro. So good.
That very first shot,
so good,
of Shang-Chi, just like I can't.
Simu Liu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of Shang-Chi just like jumping out of I think they call it off the stage, and like essentially he's jumping off to like hit the sea floor. Crazy shot.
Insane. The lighting on that, just black. Oh
the
my
lighting,
goodness.
everything,
wow.
bro. Everything. That's like that could definitely be my
terrifying, dude. That is.
That could definitely be like my laptop wallpaper.
It's 100%. Yeah. That's some other shit, dude. No, it really was. The wide shots they did, the camera work in general in the film was just excellent. Let's see. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, this movie's just trash. No.
Yeah.
All right. No. I think they do a really good job of taking you through the life of a deep sea diver. Also, what they have to go through is like insane. From like the decompress, like the days they spend or compressing, and like essentially acclimating to like all of that immense pressure underwater.
Yeah, just for a quick fix, mind you.
Yeah.
I mean, they were only going to go down there, tighten some shit up and go right back up.
Yeah.
That was the main goal. So doing all that preparation for a quick job is crazy. You know, it really is. It shows like how first of all, how dangerous these jobs are.
They must get paid out the wazoo.
Yeah,
bro.
they better because God, every time they go out there, they're risking their life. Seriously.
And speaking of their job, I think one of the cool like sidebars was Woody Harrelson's character, and like I guess you really weren't a part of like couldn't see too much of it, but it was kind of sad to see a guy who like essentially not only found like what he loved to do, but was like really good at it, and the company that he was working for essentially like said he was too old.
Damn.
And that dive was supposed to be or was his last dive. So yeah, and it was kind of crazy to me seeing him come to grips with all that and like how he was dealing with that and things like that. And I couldn't even imagine. It's like how crazy is that?
Yeah. Ending on a L.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. I also like their character dynamics. Like like Woody Harrelson is definitely like the super seasoned veteran.
Yeah.
Like you're
Bro,
you're talking about a guy who was so good at his job that he's not even diving, right? Like they're literally I think I forgot what they call it, but like there's like a little pod that they drop down into the ocean. He's in that pod, and by how the water is flooding into the pod 300 feet deep, he could tell how big the waves were.
Insane.
Like that's how good he was, bro.
Insane.
And then it kind
of that guy's Aquaman.
Yeah, literally,
seriously, bro. Like,
and then it's like levels. So it's like Woody Harrelson is like the super seasoned, like know-it-all veteran, and then like it was Shang-Chi's character was like in the middle, where like he was
still on the field doing work.
Yeah, like
doing his thing.
Like you could tell it wasn't his first time. Super confident, like by the book. Just like really smart guy,
doing his thing,
like calm in an emergency. And then it was like
the newbie,
and he wasn't really a newbie, but like definitely newer than the other two. And like it showed, from how nervous he got to like at the incident itself and everything that took place. Like I liked all of their dynamics, like especially like I think one of my favorite scenes was the scene where like so they go to do the routine fix, and essentially the navigation system on the boat goes haywire and it starts to drift off course, and because it's drifting off course, their whole mechanism is being taken with the boat. So they're like, all right, like you guys have to essentially get out of there because the boat is moving, so you guys are moving. And all that stuff moves fast, and if you know anything about physics and all that other stuff, I can't imagine what it feels like when like a few 100-ton boat is moving through the ocean and like you're getting pulled with it. You know what I mean?
Insane. I can't imagine.
So the characters essentially have to go up to the top of the site, and then from there they would have to climb up their lifeline
extension cords.
Yeah, it's just like this thing basically. So when they're in their like submarines or what do you even call it?
Their suits.
Yeah, when they're in their deep sea diving suits, the part that's connected to like the boat or whatever it is gives them everything. It's sort of like it's how they navigate.
Yep.
It's how they breathe air, and it's how they actually see. Like it
heats them up as well.
It's
energy, everything.
It's
that
literally
cord
like everything.
is literally their umbilical cord.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
That's what they call it.
That's what they call it, the umbilical.
It's their life.
So they go up. They get to the top of the apparatus, and right before they're essentially about to jump off, the newbie, the rookie, his umbilical gets caught to essentially the job site.
Yes, to the job site.
Yeah. So
between a couple pipes.
Yeah, and it just gets wedged in there, and it's so crazy how sturdy this thing is. I don't know how true this is, but the whole boat is drifting off, and his lifeline is essentially acting as an anchor for the boat, and it holds up for like for like 45 seconds to like a minute and a half. The boat is not moving because his lifeline is cut. All right, because his lifeline is caught. So Shang-Chi is talking to this guy right? And it's like to me it was just so crazy, like how he was just so calm in that moment. Because this umbilical cord supplies oxygen to this individual, right? So because it's caught in
between the pipes.
yeah, like his oxygen gets cut off, and he starts panicking, and he's like breathing, like his breath starts getting shorter, freaking out.
I can't breathe.
So Shang-Chi walks up to this guy and is like, "Hey, listen, like look at me, like switch to your secondary," which is like essentially he has
reserve.
he has a reserve. He has 2 big tanks where he can also get oxygen from. Switches to his reserve, calms down. He's like, "Listen, your umbilical's not gonna last, like it'll break any second." Well, he's like, "What I'm gonna need you to do is I'm gonna need you to get back up to the top of this, because we're gonna find you, and you need to be here because if we're gonna find you, like this is like where it's gotta be."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He gives us this whole pep talk, and like boom, hit like the cord snaps, and it was so cool, bro, because like he's talking to him. You like the music's going, the dialogue's going, everything's going. As soon as the cord snaps, dead silent.
Dead silent.
He's no longer connected to the ship, to anybody else. It's just
the
him.
drift off shot too was crazy.
Yeah, like upgrading.
It felt like in space.
Yeah,
it really did. It felt like they were in space because of just how he's just gone.
Yeah, bro, how dramatic it was.
Yeah, it was crazy,
bro. And he gets down there and it's insane. Like he throws on like an underwater, like I guess flares work underwater.
A flare, yeah.
He turns on his flare. Can't see anything other than him, bro.
That's it.
You can't see anything other than him.
It's so pitch black and dead silent.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, and he's only got 10 minutes of air.
Yeah.
Which is just.
Yeah.
The fact that they had to do all that in under like 10 minutes is just.
But they don't.
I know, but.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Like.
But yeah, and then again, so what the movie does is it essentially gives you like a timeline. So like things go on, and then it'll be like, all right, he has 8 minutes of oxygen left. Then some other things happen, 5 minutes of oxygen. So you're just feeling.
You're counting down.
Yeah, you're just
that
feeling
tension
the anxiety,
keeps going.
bro.
Yeah,
because there's so much happening. Like with the newbie, with the people, which essentially Mission Control at the boat with Woody Harrelson and Shang-Chi. Like everybody's feeling all these different emotions, and like they're all panicking because they don't know what to do. And like it was just so cool. Like it was so cool, like seeing like the politics of like, all right, the like his umbilical snaps, he throws on his reserve, and they're drifting away. Now dude's like, hey yo, like we gotta drop anchor.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we can't drop anchor. Like, what do you mean we can't drop anchor? We can't drop anchor because we're underneath like an oil rig.
Yeah.
And the dude's like, bro, there's so like you have the whole ocean. What are the odds that we drop anchor and we hit an oil rig? He's like, bro, that is
a natural disaster.
Yeah.
What is it called? Not a natural disaster, but that is there's a word for it. Whatever.
Yeah.
A disaster.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not willing to.
Yeah, to essentially cause a mess of that scale just for this one person.
Well,
even though like there's a life at stake, like there's the the damage that would cause is too much, and like I can't do that. So like, all right, what else do we do?
What do we do?
And like you're trying to see them scramble for that, and also to like cutting back to like Shang-Chi and Woody Harrelson, and they're just like bro, like panicking, like oh man, like he might die. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
They know him on a personal level. They're like, shoot, like his wife, this and this and that. Then cutting back to him, and he's just thinking about like, damn, like about like how his wife hated his job, and how like he promised her that he would be back, and like telling her that like it's never a big deal, and you know what I mean, like him thinking about his wife during his last like moments or whatever the case is, like all that stuff to me was like super duper cool. All that to say, it's even like I'm watching the movie upset, bro, because the moment his oxygen runs out, I'm like, bro, why? Like, screw this movie.
Yeah.
I like this guy. Now he's dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're spoiling it, right?
Yeah.
All right, this is spoilers. All right, so in real life, this guy lasted 30 minutes without oxygen, bro.
Insane.
30 real life minutes. That means his oxygen tank held 10 minutes. He was down there for 40 minutes.
That's just crazy,
bro. And when you think about everything that had to go on, 40 minutes is so fast, bro.
Yeah.
Because in that time, they essentially tried to save him by there's like a little drone that they do for like certain search and rescue missions, but essentially they're technically only used for people who are dead. and like inanimate objects. But they still try to get him with that. They start to manually drive the boat.
Yep, the manual driving was crazy.
They start to manually drive a boat that isn't meant for that, and then they got a freaking world's greatest IT guy hops down to the server room to physically restart like the whole operation system, and all that happens within 40 minutes.
40 minutes, yeah.
So like they restart it. Boat gets back, back to where it has to. Shang-Chi drops down, like gets him, climbs up this, whatever, bro, like probably 40, 50 foot umbilical cord, while the waves are going, and he's like got
the
himself,
strength for that, bro. Oh my gosh,
insane. But yeah, apparently that guy's an anomaly, because not only did he somehow live after having 30 minutes without oxygen, he suffered no lasting effects.
Insane.
Like he was perfectly healthy after that.
Insane.
And like at the end of the movie, they tell you that that it might have been a unique combination of like the temperature of the water and some other there was like 2 or 3 factors that could have contributed to it. But like he's like literally the only person in the world that has ever happened to.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's such a rare occurrence, and also just the fact is that guy was just a superhero for 30 fucking minutes.
And I don't think I could. I don't, bro. Like
I've heard of people like holding their breath and being able to go without oxygen for a while, right? 10, 12 minutes, right? Yeah. Professional divers, all this shit. But 30 minutes, and mind you, if you panic, you're losing oxygen even faster.
Yeah, even faster.
So the fact that he managed to just go Zen mode or some shit to be able to last that long is just insane. This guy went Super Saiyan for a grip.
Yeah, and honestly, bro, when they pulled him, when they finally got him there, they pulled him up, they took off his helmet, blue, bro. Basically, he looked disgusting.
Yeah,
and like, I don't know, man. Like just like super high stakes, super duper emotional. Like everything about it to me was like really, really
honestly,
good.
It kept me engaged the entire time as well.
And it was short.
And it was short.
It was to the point.
No, seriously, super engaging film. It will keep you locked into that screen the whole time.
Yeah, honestly.
It was a great story based on true events, which always is super cool to know. The editing, cutting to everyone in the story, really just all around solid film. Yeah. Seriously. Yeah. It really does. I mean, does such good work. The music, the cinematography, the camera work, the shots, it really did get to me, got me to understand how big the stakes were, but also just how scary this shit is.
Seriously.
The only thing is, how many fish did you see in this film?
0.
That's kind of crazy. You got the whole ocean, no fish. It's kind of crazy. Come on.
I guess, but also they wouldn't add anything to the story.
No. Yeah. I just thought that was funny.
It's funny though. It's one of those things that I'm not scared of, but that. Like I'm scared of in real life.
In real life, yeah.
Yeah, Dude, I was assuming he was gonna. I thought he was gonna cut on that light and there was gonna be fish everywhere.
Yeah.
Because I hear one of the main apparently, massive schools of fish, both big and small, follow cruise ships because people throw food overboard and they throw I guess stuff overboard. So there's if you ever jump off ship, there's a really high chance you just get eaten alive by fish.
It's crazy
because that's how just abundant they are. Yeah. Next to those big cargo ships. Mm-hmm. But I guess they're in the middle of nowhere anyway. Exactly. But, that's what I was expecting. I was expecting fish to be
a lot of fish, but then again, I'm sure that was probably expensive. So that's probably why they didn't.
Yeah, I mean, and everything again, it just would have been taken away to me because what the. Yeah. Get out the way.
Yeah. No, 100%. But still, I just thought that was funny. So, what'd you give The Last Breath?
I gave it a 10 out of 10, man. No, dang, man. I think I'm gonna give it an 8. I feel like it's.
I gave it an 8 as well.
I feel like
I could go up to 8.5, but I give it an 8.
I don't want to go 8.5 because what do we give? Oh man, what was that movie we seen in December that was really good?
Which one?
Oh man, The Order? No.
The Order? No, we gave The Order 9.5 though.
We give Order 9.5?
Yeah, we give Order
9.5. Maybe I could give it an 8.5 then.
Yeah, I'd say 8.5.
Yeah, I think I could give it an 8.5.
I could go up to 8.5. That's why I say that.
Yeah, I think I gave it 8.5.
Because mind you, last month, January, we gave our highest film was 8.5 as well, which was
Dogman?
No, it was Den of Thieves. Well, technically, yes, Dogman. Yeah. Dogman and Den of Thieves.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I give it an 8.5.
Okay.
The only reason I wouldn't rate it as high as something like
The Order.
The Order is just, I feel like it's more of a story with The Order, like because they're both based on true events.
Yeah.
They're both based on true events. Like
Maybe
like
we just
between
love...
between the callbacks and like the full circle moments when it comes to like his partner and those sort of things. Like I think it was just a better sort of real life event to have like a story be made.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like an arc, I guess essentially is what I'm trying to get at.
Right.
This is just like the moment.
This is the moment.
Yeah, this is just
the
like
climax.
the moment, and like I can and like it's just not as long, but again, it was the perfect length anyway.
100%. No, they killed it.
Anyway.
That
Like,
film was fantastic. It really did do so many things right. So I gave it an 8.5. I live with that. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Seriously, it was a great film. I think anyone should go watch that. That was the hands down. If you're gonna go watch a film, either watch Riff Raff or watch Last Breath.
both a buck and some change each.
Yeah.
Also,
You can watch both.
literally, both of them are a buck and some change. They're not some 2.5, 3.5 hour long movies, man.
No, none of that stuff. So they're good, digestible, and just great storytelling. Get you out of the moment get you into their moment, but out of your life for a moment.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
just really enjoy that shit. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all the films we got to touch on. We can just go into the ratings. So we'll go into the segment for the ratings. February was not a good month for films, but there were some good spotlights and some good moments for sure. So let's see. Let's go through the rankings then for everything. We got all the ratings down. We had to figure out the list again. We're forgetful. We are tired. God damn it. Okay, so we're gonna go through the list. Cleaner gets a 5 out of 10. The Monkey, 5.5 out of 10. The Unbreakable Boy, 5.5 out of 10. Bring Them Down, 6 out of 10. Paddington and Peru is a 6 out of 10. My Dead Friend Zoe is a 6.5 out of 10. Captain America Brave New World is a 6.5 out of 10. Hard Eyes is a 7 out of 10. Love Hurts is a 7.5 out of 10. Riff Raff is a 7.5 out of 10. And Last Breath, or is it just Last Breath?
I think
I think it is just Last Breath.
I'll tell you right now.
God.
It is.
God.
It is. I don't know, man.
It's sick. Yeah, well, never mind. We don't have a good film this month. We'll just skip that one.
I think it is Last
I think
Breath.
it is just Last Breath. Okay.
Yeah. Last Breath.
Last Breath is an 8.5 out of 10. Hands down the best film this month.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. That's gonna be the episode, man. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, that month sucked. Guys, don't watch any films in February. That's what we've learned. I hope March is a lot better.
No, man. Watch Riff Raff and Last Breath.
That's true. Watch those two films if you want to watch any films this month. All right. So, yeah, I think that'll be everything then, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you guys so much for watching then. Go watch our movie reviews that we're going to be posting on Thursdays for any like cool, big upcoming films. The Monkey was last week's one. And then we should be having some in March and the rest of the year, see if those go well. But thank you again for watching another podcast episode. Shout out to Nicholas for listening to every episode in its full entirety. All right. Thank you guys so much then. Yeah. All right. See you in 2 weeks in March. Vámonos.